Hi everyone, so this is going to be a political video. I just need to offer my commentary because this is a talking point that we saw a lot in the 2016 election and it's still coming up and it's really annoying as a female Bernie supporter. It's freaking annoying. So I'm going to watch it. It's Emily Tish Sussman and somebody else on MSNBC, and yeah, I'm just going to offer my commentary and let's see how angry I get. Alright.
Chris Wilson is here in the studio with us. Chris, of course, Republican pollster who worked on Senator Ted Cruz's 2016 campaign. And look who's back, Emily Tish Sussman, former vice president of campaigns for the Center for American Progress. Thank you both. Good to have both of you with me. So Elizabeth Warren, she was in Detroit on Sunday. She was with the striking United Auto Workers there. This is what she said. Look, I don't do polls. We're still months away from the Iowa caucuses and the first primary elections. What this is about is a message that we are sick and tired of in America that works for thinner and thinner slices at the top. Thinner and thinner slices for everyone who's not at the top.
Good point. I agree with her on that.
Well, your Elizabeth Warren impression is right on, let me just say.
Thank you.
I think that it shows that there's a steady incline, but I think it goes exactly to Vaughn's reporting that the field is open. Basically, what people care about is they want to know who can defeat Trump. That is the most important thing to them.
Bernie.
And so the people in Iowa they're doing their retail politics. They're seeing all of them speak. People really are showing up at these big events to see different candidates, to see if any of them appeal to them, any of them resonate. But ultimately, at the end of the day, people in Iowa are looking at the same polls that people all over the rest of the country are looking at, and they want to know if anybody pops. So I think that Warren has had a slow increase, but we've also seen other candidates have a slow increase. In the past couple of elections, even in open fields, we haven't seen the top of the ticket, the top of the polling, rather, holding so little of a percentage of all of it, meaning that it's more distributed between more and more candidates. So, Booker got a lot of attention this weekend saying that unless he gets the massive amounts of resources that he would need to truly compete, he's not going to stay in. The campaign feels that they're starting to see people break out in terms of resources. And so the people who have names, the candidates that have names, they're going to be putting massive amounts of people on the ground. It's because they have the money to do it. And so they don't feel like if they're going to really do it at that level, they're not going to do it.
But I think that's a separating factor, is putting people on the ground. I mean, you mentioned Biden's hiring hundreds of people to show up for him. I mean, to me, the difference between the campaigns that were successful in 2016 or even 2012 and those that kind of fluttered later on was the ability to bring in volunteers and had people who were there for them without having to pay them.
So
that's a big
difference.
difference.
A bad sign.
Yep.
Not only is a bad sign, it's always good to have money. Don't get me wrong.
Yep. Okay, I just need to say I agree with that's a good point with by him, because I was one of the many people who volunteered for Bernie last campaign, and he's gotten a lot of volunteers this campaign as well. And people, we volunteered because we wanted to. I gave so much time to Bernie's campaign, so and I've met other people who did as well in this campaign too. So yeah, Bernie didn't have to pay us to help him out because we truly believed in him. So it's kind of sad actually that campaigns have to pay people to, show up for them. Really. Obviously you don't have the energy, you don't have the support that you say if you actually have to pay people. When somebody really truly believes in you, they're just gonna show up because they want to. They want to help you. They want to help you win. That's why we showed up for Bernie. So anyone who tries to turn that into a good point, or we have money to hire people. Yeah, because you actually have to pay people to show up for you because they don't believe in you enough to do it on their own. So, yeah.
But if you have to put a paid person where another campaign is putting a volunteer person because of that enthusiasm that exists around their campaign, to me that is a distinguishing characteristic between a campaign that has the ability to stay and then one that's going to is going to sputter down the road.
Let's talk about this Elizabeth Warren search here again. Do you think Elizabeth Warren can defeat Donald Trump?
No, I don't, but I think there's a lot of reasons behind that. Yes, I think Joe Biden gives a much more competitive race for a lot of reasons. I think Warren is going to have challenges in a lot of the competitive swing states that Trump was able to win in 2016, the Democrats had traditionally won.
Okay, before people try to attack me or whatever, I don't agree with him that Biden has a better shot at beating Trump. I feel like if Biden becomes the nominee, Trump is going to win again, because Trump is basically, Biden is another corporatist just like Hillary. So if you nominate a corporate Democrat, they're not gonna win against Trump. Just saying. I do think Elizabeth Warren does have a better chance than Biden in beating Trump. But I feel like Bernie has the best chance, and that's not just out of like for no reason that I'm saying that. It's because polls have shown. How many times do I have to tell you guys? Just read the polls. Poll after poll shows that Bernie beats Trump by a lot of times over 10 percentage points. That's more than anybody else in the last campaign and this campaign too.
Emily, one of the things that's also striking to me about this most recent poll out of Iowa, Bernie Sanders. Has Bernie Sanders, has he peaked?
It does feel that way. It feels like Warren is pulling together a coalition of people, particularly women, and also people of color who liked Hillary Clinton. I think in all of our talking, like our talking head, we act like there's nobody who actually liked her. There are, in fact, people that liked her. And so she is in many ways pulling a lot of that support, but also pulling a lot from Sanders. And Sanders is still in the race. What we're seeing of his supporters is there's a ceiling. There is nowhere to go, but there is no up to go. And all of those support, I actually overheard someone saying that I thought was an interesting point, that basically at this point, if you are still supporting Sanders as opposed to Warren, it's kind of showing your sexism, because she has more detailed plans and her plans have evolved. I thought it was an interesting point, and I think there may be something to it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you don't think Bernie's plans are detailed? Okay, he's been talking about the same policies for decades. Okay, so if you're saying he's more vague, you're crazy. You're not listening to anything he's saying. Like, he always talks about policy. Like, people always try to bait him into saying, talking about, just stupid things that don't matter and attacking his other opponents. But no, he just sticks to policy. Go on his freaking website. He's detailed there. So no. And the whole if you don't support the woman, you're sexist. Okay, I think if you support somebody, you vote for them because of their gender, that's sexist. Okay, I'm not voting for Bernie because he's a guy. I'm voting for Bernie because I agree with his policies, and I'm not supporting certain candidates because of their gender either. If Elizabeth, again, I just have to clear this up. If Elizabeth becomes a nominee, I'm not going to be upset. I just think Bernie is the best one. Bernie does have the best chance of beating Trump, okay? And when I say the best one, I mean, his policies I think are the best, and the ones that are going to help, the working class, the little people. So that's why I support him, okay? And no, it's not because of gender, okay? I think the people that say that are actually the sexist ones, because a lot of them support, they supported Hillary, they support Warren because they're a woman. That's sexist. You're supporting them because of their gender. How would you probably wouldn't like it if I, was like, hey, I'm supporting this person because they're a guy. But why is it okay to say that when it's a woman? Warren and Sanders are not exactly the same. They're the closest in terms of their policies, and they're both the most progressive ones in the race. But if you think they're exactly the same, you are wrong. You need to go to their websites, read into their policies a little bit more, and you will see the differences. There are differences between them, but again, they are the closest, compared to everyone else, they're the closest in terms of their policies, but they're not exactly the same.
And Sanders is trying to be an insurgent twice, and the whole shtick of yelling a lot and cussing a lot. I mean, O'Rourke's kind of got the cussing lane now. He's still got the angry lane, the angry old...
Oh my gosh, again, okay, when is Bernie cussing a lot? I think you're confusing him with Trump. Second of all, like the whole angry thing, he should be angry. I'm angry. Okay, I think a lot of us are angry because of, our status in life right now. We work a lot of us, work multiple jobs, and we still can't have a nice living. A lot of people don't have health care. So I think we have reasons to be angry, and I want somebody who's gonna be angry and fight for us. What, you want someone who's gonna just say everything's perfect and wonderful, and do you really think that person's gonna fight for you? No, Bernie is a fighter. He's gonna stand up for us. He always has, and he's shown that throughout the years. If you look up any of his speeches, in the Senate, you'll see his passion and his fire because he truly believes what he's saying, and he's been saying it for a long time. And that's how he's actually, truthful. He actually means what he's saying because he's believed it for a long time.
He said, there's only so much time at Thanksgiving you want to spend around that angry relative that keeps yelling at you, and I think that his time may have come.
Oh, okay, so that's the end of the clip. I thought it was longer. Her smile is just like, she's just so happy. She's like, yes, please help me smear Bernie, and just, So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe and all that stuff, because it helps me in the YouTube algorithm, because YouTube does not like to support smaller creators. So we need you guys to help us with all that stuff. And again, don't believe anyone who says that if you don't support Warren or any other woman, you're sexist. I mean, there are some sexists out there. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but you can't just lump all, basically everyone who doesn't support a woman, it's because they're sexist. No, I'm a woman, and some people disagree with things that I say. Am I automatically gonna think that they're sexist? No. I mean, they might be sexist, and I might think that depending on certain things they say. Like if they say that women are stupid, then I might be like, okay, yeah, you're being sexist right now. But just because someone automatically does not support a woman doesn't automatically make them sexist. So as a female Bernie supporters, please stop lumping us into this group and saying that, because we don't support Warren, we're sexist. All right. Oh my gosh. Bernie 2020. Bye.